2022 is almost over, but we've got one more release for you. Here's what's new. We've organized the layout of photos within our daily project reports. We've increased our software integrations to include Company Cam. Our dashboard cards refresh automatically, and when it comes to equipment, you can now assign hourly rates to improve your equipment analytics. We also have 3 new budget features, which includes equipment budgets, the ability to edit budgets within a spreadsheet, and more options for budget permissions. Finally, you now have the ability to generate payroll journal entries, combining your payroll data with BusyBusy's job costing. Let me tell you just a little bit about each one. We've always given you the option to include job site photos when creating your in-depth daily project reports. With this release, we've updated how the photos are displayed within those reports to be more organized, with the photos arranged together above. If photos have notes attached to them, a number will reference the corresponding note, giving you professional and concise daily project reports every time. Speaking of photos, if you happen to use Company Cam and BusyBusy, you can now integrate your Company Cam photos into BusyBusy. Use your Company Cam photos and notes within BusyBusy's daily project reports. Plus, projects you create in BusyBusy will now appear in your Company Cam account, so you don't have to create them twice. I'll include a detailed video and article in our Help Center showing you exactly how to do this. Our next feature might seem small, but it's one to be appreciated. BusyBusy's dashboard now automatically refreshes, so if you want to have BusyBusy's dashboard displayed on a second monitor, or better yet, on a giant TV on your wall, our dashboard is always going to have the latest BusyBusy data right there for you to see. Stay on top of what's going on with your clock-in numbers, injuries, break issues, and inaccurate time entries without needing to hit the refresh button. Moving on to equipment, we have several new equipment features to show you today, and these are just the beginning of many exciting equipment features that are coming soon to BusyBusy. All our users have the opportunity to preview and explore the really cool things that can be done with equipment, so be sure to check these equipment features out. Also, if you have any equipment feature ideas, we'd love to hear from you. Send us a feature request by going to the support button at the bottom of your nav bar. Here are the new equipment features we have for you today. You can now assign hourly rates to your equipment. This can be done when you add equipment to BusyBusy, or you can use your equipment management list for existing equipment. Another cool feature to point out here is the ability to set the effective date for this equipment's hourly rate. I can leave this date alone, and it will apply this hourly rate going forward from today's date. Or I can set it to a day in the past, and it will update my equipment data retrospectively. When I change this rate in the future, it will keep all the old data according to the old rate, and use this new rate moving forward. You can view the rate history for your equipment by going to the 3-dot stack and clicking View History. If I decide I want to edit an equipment rate, change the effective date, or delete it, I can do that here as well. After you've set your equipment hourly rates, when you go to your Equipment Activity Report, the rate shows up and the equipment costs are now calculated. Adding an hourly rate that accounts for fuel and maintenance gives you a much more detailed picture of your equipment costs right here in your Equipment Activity Report. Now that I've assigned an hourly rate to all my equipment, I can also add and track equipment costs within a project's budget. Just like all of our other budget categories, adding equipment to your budgets will allow you to see if your equipment expenses for a project are on track with what you need them to be. If you're interested in including equipment in your budgets, go to Settings, Budgeting, and click the boxes to include equipment hours and/or cost in your budget. Now let me show you how to create a new budget for a project that includes equipment. Just a note. You can also create and view and manage budgets on your mobile as well as on the web. Here's a project I haven't created a budget for yet. You can add cost codes to your budget to really create a detailed budget for your project. However, if for some reason you don't want to budget cost codes for a project, or if you don't have cost codes enabled at all, you can still create a budget with your labor hours, labor cost, equipment hours, and equipment cost. Hit save and your budget will be created. But I want to show you what it looks like when you include cost codes in your budget. I'm going to select the cost codes that my crew will be working on for this project, and now I can fill in the budget allotment for each cost code. I have progress tracking enabled for my company, so I'll create a quantities and progress value for this cost code. I will also input my expected labor hours, labor cost, and finally my planned equipment hours and equipment cost for each cost code. If you have cost codes in your budget that won't be using equipment, just leave the equipment boxes at 0. Once I've filled out the budget for each cost code, I can use the autofill button to automatically calculate the totals for each column. Or I can leave autofill off and manually input the budget totals. Hit save, and now I can see the budget for the overall project, as well as see the budget broken down by each cost code, including my equipment. If I want to input equipment budgets to each of my existing projects, I can open and edit each project individually. Or I could use our brand new feature to do this much faster. Within budgets, there is now an Edit Within Spreadsheet tool to help you make multiple budget changes to multiple projects, or you can use it to just edit a single project along with its sub-projects. If you want to use a spreadsheet to edit a single budget, navigate to that specific budget and click the 3-dot stack and select Edit Using Spreadsheet. If you want to edit all your budgets at once, from the main budget page, you'll click the 3-dot stack and select the Edit Spreadsheet button to download a list of all your projects into a CSV file. BusyBusy gives you some important reminders each time before you download. I won't go through the whole process of editing budgets with a spreadsheet here in this video, but I will make a separate video that will walk you through it step by step and post it in our Help Center. One last budget upgrade, and it's fantastic. Previously, when it came to managing budget permissions, there were only 2 options. Yes, a position can manage budgets, or no, that position can't manage budgets. But now with this release, there's a 3rd option to view budgets. This can be very helpful. For example, when you want your supervisors to be able to see the budget, but not give them the power to change or manage budgets. You can see all permissions for the positions by going to All Position Settings. And here I can see all my budget permissions for each position in one place. Did you know that BusyBusy has a new tool that can generate and export payroll journal entries? We do, and it's brand new with this release. What exactly are payroll journal entries? Well, typically payroll journal entries are used to record the compensation paid to employees, and then these entries are incorporated into a company's financial statements through the general ledger. BusyBusy takes payroll journal entries one step further by using job costing data already within BusyBusy to precisely distribute your exact payroll expenses to each project. Not only helping you to understand the profit and loss for each job, but allowing you to compare your project reality with your project estimates and improve project profitability in the future. Here's how it works. You generate journal entries by clicking on the 3-dot stack after you've run and submitted payroll for a pay period. Over here, you'll manually enter your payroll expenses. You'll get these numbers from whatever payroll system you use to run payroll, unless you use Busy Payroll, in which case we can generate journal entries for you automatically after payroll is submitted. If you don't use Busy Payroll, you can still generate journal entries by manually inputting these numbers from your own payroll reports. Then hit Update. BusyBusy uses your total payroll expenses, taxes, deductions, or any other credits or expenses you want to create to show you the exact percentage of payroll distribution for each project. So you can see how much of your total payroll for the pay period went to which project. You can easily export your journal entries as a CSV file and then import the data into your accounting software for more detailed accounting reports. Start using the journal entry tool today and take your real-time approximations and turn them into real-time actuals. 2022 might be ending, but our new features and updates from BusyBusy never will. Huge shout out to our development team. You do fantastic work. Until next time, you know what to do. Stay busy.